following show contains adult content. It's not our intent to offend anyone, but we want to inform you that if you are a child under the age of 18 or get offended easily, this next show may not be for you. The content, opinions, and subject matter of these shows are solely the choice of your show hosts and their guests, and not those of the Entertainment Network or any affiliated stations. Any comments or inquiries should be directed to those show hosts. Thank you for listening.
Hey everyone, and welcome to 50 Shades of Bullshit. I'm your host, Christine Lalonde, and this is the podcast where we uncover the truth about online dating. Now let's begin.
Well, hi. I was like, oh, look at that photo.
I'm so sorry. My mouse decided it did not want to open the thing.
That's okay. I was thinking,
That's
It's the
okay.
end of the year. We're going to go out with a bang.
Oh, hold on. I got to fix that.
Well, hi,
Hi,
everybody.
Rachel.
I'm Christine,
I'm Jaida.
and this is 50 Shades of Bullshit.
Yes, it is. Happy holidays, everyone.
Happy holidays. We're just winging shit by the seat of our pants. That's what
You know
we're
what?
doing.
But those are the best shows. Don't you think? Like we get more interaction when we don't know what the hell we're doing, when we're just like talking.
Well, today should be a banger because I don't know what the fuck we're talking about.
Okay, well, we're going to talk about 2024, wrapping up the year since next week. Next week's episode will be 2025.
That is right.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I know we have somebody coming back.
Yeah.
I was trying to look in my notes
Okay. Mhm.
before the show started on who was
Okay.
coming back, and damned if I can remember. I don't know. I wrote it down somewhere. Where I wrote it down to remember is beyond me.
Okay.
So,
Well, tell me about your
Yeah.
holiday. Aside from what we already talked about, let's just celebrate the good.
it was uneventful.
Okay.
I did not spend my holiday with my children like they said we were going to.
Yeah.
And that depressed me and upset me, and I did a lot of crying. And I think today's the first day my eyes are not swollen from crying all day. But teenagers be teenagers, and they they do what they want to do, not what's the good for all. So yeah. So that's where we are. I had a very uneventful holiday, and yeah, and then she and her dad tried to, I did not stay home. I went somewhere else because I did not want to be here alone, sad and crying.
Yeah.
I chose to do that.
Yeah.
And then my daughter and her dad decided to, try to make me feel bad for not being here. And I said, what did y'all want me to do? Stay home and cry in hopes that maybe you'd change your mind to come back and see me?
Yeah.
No, I'm not going to do that. I'm preparing myself for next year where I'm going to be
In another country.
gone.
Crazy. Do you know what's so interesting? The holidays. So, okay, I talk about it all the time, and I know that you know that Christmas is my favorite holiday, hence the reason why my tree goes up in November. And it's so different when your kids are older. Like my sons both have their own lives, and it just was so
Hits different.
it absolutely hits different. I was telling my son, it was
sad.
like it just doesn't feel like Christmas, but
Mm-mm.
I mean, it was good. It's very different and similar to yourself. I said to my kids, I was like, you know what? Next year I'm gonna be somewhere else.
Yep.
I don't know if it's another country. I don't know if it's on a vacation. I don't know if I'm gonna be in California visiting. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but it was very
I feel you.
different. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I've never really been a Christmas holiday person. I'm not Christian, so I don't really, and I may alienate some people for this, but I don't really believe in organized religion. So I think that, Christmas is just another Hallmark holiday that puts people in debt and makes them sad and depressed, and they're not with their family and their friends, and they, maybe are alone. It's just really depressing. And I'm not a big fan. I think that a lot of people go into debt, and a lot of people feel really bad for not being able to afford things for people. And it is not for me, I just don't see it as a positive thing for a lot of people. And so I'm not a big Christmas fan, but I really tried to get into it this year.
Yeah.
And then I hit a brick wall, and I was like, I'm done. I'm not.
Aw.
So my tree stopped drinking water a couple of days ago.
Oh no, so it was dry.
Well, no, it's actually still really moist.
Oh, nice.
Tree hasn't completely died yet, but it's going to happen real fast because it actually I put in water just before I left Christmas Eve,
Mhm.
and the water was still the same, and it had been dropping down
Oh,
every day.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm going to take it down sooner than later because I don't want dead leaves everywhere.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's really hard to take decorations off a dead tree.
I know. I've done it.
Every year you do.
I mean, so I don't know if you know, I was raised like Catholic. I went to Catholic school. I was raised Catholic. But when I got older, I don't, and I'm not trying to offend anybody that's listening, but I don't necessarily agree with a lot of things within the Catholic Church.
Right.
So I'm more Christian than I am. Actually, I'm Christian, but somewhat, but I'm also more spiritual than I am religious, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But I just love. I mean, Christmas is like, oh.
You all about celebrating that baby Jesus' birth?
Jesus's birth. But this year it was quiet in the old Jaida household. It was very quiet, but I mean,
you know what I remembered right before the show? That you went on 2 dates last week and did not talk about them.
Oh my God. I know, because there's so many updates, Christine, and I just don't even know that I want to share it on the show because I know people listen, but there's so many updates. Yes.
This is not fair. You are neglecting the listeners.
Well, hold on. Do we want to start out of the gate with my dating, or do we want to start? Okay.
Yes. We want to talk about your date because we missed that last week. I told my story. Happy holidays, Phil.
Happy holidays, Phil.
Happy you're here. Thank you.
We are always happy. So yes, I did go on 2 dates, and actually, I think it was it last week or the week before? I don't remember.
It was.
I feel like it's been a million weeks, but they were just not fruitful. Let's just say that. I mean, one person randomly, forgot his wallet, and
randomly forgot his wallet. Did you have to pay for it? Did asshole not have Apple Pay?
I paid for it because I was not about to be embarrassed, and that's just not what I'm going to do. But
everybody has Apple Pay. I'm sorry.
I know.
And if he forgot his wallet, Apple Pay is on his phone.
Yeah, there were some signs, like there were some signs. I mean, he just was not for me. I'll say that. And
he is not for nobody.
Well, at some points throughout the conversation, I think it was more about my business, which I have to be mindful of. And I think you get it. Like, being a business owner, I think people think, oh, she's a business owner, she's a CEO. So it's like a different type of energy that you get. But he had some issues in a previous relationship. He shared with me the first date, which, by the way, as a matchmaker, I'm telling everyone that's listening, stop talking about your past relationships on a first date. It's horrible. It's nobody wants to hear it. It can scream red flags. It's just the worst thing you can do. But this particular gentleman shared with me some things in his previous marriage, and he told me there was a situation where he had gone to jail, and he's like, oh, well, I spit in her face, and he went on this whole rant, and I was like,
no can do. No.
But he said to me, he was like, what would you do if someone spit in your face? And I was like, first of all, this entire Like everything that we're talking about right now is just a no for me.
No. What would I do if someone spit in my face?
Yeah, what would you do? Would you spit back? Would you like fight? What would you do?
Um, I would definitely walk away. Maybe scruffy me in the past might have
Would
like
have.
fucking socked him in the throat. That
Yeah.
throat punch would have come real satisfying.
I can't see you doing a throat punch, but I love it.
I love a good throat punch, girl.
To be fair, I think he was
I
just
would have
telling
never
me.
done that.
Well, but also because people know in my business, I run background checks for the safety of my clients. So I don't know if he was like, just in case you take a look.
Did you not do a background check on this?
No,
fool before?
I typically don't because I just I
You
know,
should.
I know.
I think you should from here on. Yeah, that's not great.
Yeah, it just
Oh my God.
it just wasn't the best. It just wasn't the best. And the other one, great guy. I'm just not 100% certain that he's my type.
Okay.
My
Without
type
going
in a
into,
sense,
yeah,
I will let me clarify that because I have clients say they're not my type, but I want to
yeah,
my
because I
type
was
in the
gonna
sense
say,
that we have very different values
okay,
and
that's
we
enough.
have
Yeah.
yeah, we're just
That's
not.
enough to know that he's not. Well, you're not talking about he's not a certain height and not a certain build and
No,
not a
he's not.
certain
And he's
color and
actually
not
a
a
lot
certain
shorter than what I
age.
typically date. I'm all for a short king because I'm only 5'3" and he's 5'8",
Right.
but it's fine.
Right.
But no, I just think our values are different, which he
Mm,
would love to
mm.
continue. He's already asked me out, but I just don't see that happening.
Right. Well, I feel you. I did go on one. I did go on one. And I did it, with this is a couple weeks. This is like right after our last no. I completely forgot about it. It's like been a couple of weeks.
So did you? So it was after. So last week you hadn't gone on one. So was it
Right. So
the week
it
before?
was the week before, and I was so caught up in the one that I was talking about where his ex showed up during the date that I forgot about this one because it was so.
Snoozer. Okay.
Oh, yeah. He was 500 million times better looking in person than he was in his pictures.
Nice.
Actually, I was just going out with him from his pictures because, we had talked about just, going on dates and doing the thing.
Yeah.
So I
yeah.
did. I went out and he said, I said, "Oh, you're much more attractive in person." And he goes, "Yeah, I get that a lot." And I said, "Well, then maybe you should change your pictures." I don't know about you, but take a better picture. And he was like, and you could tell that he knew that he was good looking. He was short.
Yeah.
He was my height, which is not short for a woman, but short for a man.
Okay.
Tall for a woman, short for a man.
Short for a man. Got it.
But whatever. Like you said, I would not have cared one bit if he hadn't been so goddamn boring. And
Yeah.
I'm constantly trying to come up with something to talk about. And I can talk about anything with anybody, but this guy was like pulling fucking teeth and
No,
nails.
that's a no.
And I was like,
no.
oh my God. And he just wasn't participating in the conversation at all.
Yeah.
And
no.
I kept trying to show him, how to engage with me, and he just wasn't getting it. And when we left, it was like, okay, well, are you done? I'm done. You done? Yep, I'm done.
Yeah.
And so we left, and then he kind of gave me a little when we left. And the first thing out of his mouth was, "Oh, it's too bad you have to get up early because my house is so great. I would love to show it to you." And I was like, "No." Mm-mm, mm-mm.
No.
And he's like, "Oh, you're gonna get home faster than me." And I was like, "Yep, I am. And because I live closer to where we were. And he was like, oh, so, and I said, no, sorry, not inviting you over. Daughter's at home. No, this was just to
No.
grab a drink and just to see if we liked each other. And
And
he was
clearly-
so boring. And then here it is 2 weeks later. He texts me, when are you going to come see my house?
See, that is a no.
Yeah,
It's a
I
no.
said no. I said no. You didn't have
Yeah.
any conversation with me. You didn't
Yeah.
try to talk with me. You didn't engage at
Mm-mm.
all. I said, quite frankly, I thought you weren't interested, so I moved on. And he was like, "Oh, I didn't think
Yeah.
you were interested." And I go, "Oh, no, 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 no. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
No.
We're not
No.
playing that game."
No.
Mm-mm. I said, "Why? Because I wouldn't go to your house? Because
Mm-mm.
I didn't want to invite you to mine? That's how we're
No.
gonna play? And now you're
No.
gonna come full circle after you've gone through everybody else in the phone? And you're
You are
gonna
circling back, sir. We're not going to do that.
yeah, circling back, sir, is not how we play.
That's not how it. You know what I was thinking about when I was thinking about this podcast and how we're talking about like 2024 and going into a new year and what all of that looks like. If you could, and I know you have so much going on this up and coming year, which is so exciting, but if you could set a relationship goal, because I know that you want one for 2025, what would it be?
That's interesting because I feel like a lot has changed for me in the last bit. With leaving, I actually decided that I don't have any relationship goals for 2024. I mean,
Wow.
2025. I
25.
just don't. My goals this year are to get my businesses on track to where I'm making enough abundant amount that I am
Yeah.
solidly leaving this country for Europe to be able to support myself and go on this adventure in life that I am, dying to go on. So all my goals are geared
Business
towards
focused.
just focusing on
Yeah.
my life that I'm ready to build for myself.
Yeah.
And it's not taking care of other people. It's taking care of me.
Yeah. But I know that you desire, because we've talked about it, partnership and companionship and friendship. So is that still an option? Let's just say you're in Portugal and you meet this amazing, incredible human. Could you be in a relationship and put
Yeah,
like
I'm
into
not
that?
close to it. I'm not
Yeah.
closed off to, being with somebody. But I'm not actually,
Yeah. That's not your
seeking
focus.
it. Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm. For the
So
first
different.
time in my life.
That's what I was gonna say. It's so different from when we talked
Mhm.
January 1st or 2nd or whenever it was, 2024, going into this new year. We both had talked about like relationships, and I know that you were in a different space and things were interesting. So it's wow, going into 2025. I love it.
What
I
about
love
you? Do you have a goal for your relationship goals?
Oh God. Yeah, I've thought about it because I have taken a year and a half to not date and really focused in my business and really focused on myself. And I'm like ready for my man, my man, my man. I'm ready for a relationship for sure, but I am also extremely focused on growth of my business. And I don't know that I'm going to be here. We've talked about it too. Like I've talked about moving. So it'd have to be the right person, but I think it's just going to be someone that, yes, I will say I want to be in a relationship, but I need the person to be very open to the change, like the change, because I can't just sit in one space forever. Like I have to, they have to be able to support like my desire to be other places. But
Mhm.
yeah, like
Yep.
I'm at a point now because I did so much work on myself and manifested and did all these different things, journaled and everything that I actually tell my clients they should work on. I did celibacy, which has been a journey. But yeah, I mean, I think we'll see.
Mm. Phil
Muster
says his
he's
goal for
talking about
2025 is to
you.
muster up the courage to ask someone out. That's
I bet you
great.
he's
Do
talking
you
about
do you have someone in mind, Phil?
yes, her name is Christine.
No. No, it's not.
Her name is Christine. I think that's great. That's great.
Yeah. So we also had talked about you know, did you feel like you learned anything that
In 2024?
2024 maybe taught you,
Oh my
that you
gosh.
weren't expecting? I mean, I think I did.
I definitely did. You know what? I think I learned resiliency and patience. um, I mean, 2024 was not a bad year, but it was also like, okay, I'm not quite in my 50s. I'm not too far away from 50, but I'm preparing myself for that next chapter. So I think
Mhm.
2024 was set the tone and the stage of this is what you should be focusing on. This is what you should be doing in the
Right.
next year. Yeah.
Right.
What about you?
Um I don't know if it's so much that it's taught me to for I don't know. Let's see. I
Christine, did you
do
see that? I told you it's you.
stop it. He says it's no one in particular. Um, for me, I think that 2024 allowed me to see that my manifesting skills were a lot
Yeah,
stronger, that I
yeah.
can bring into my reality what I want,
Mm,
that the obstacles are put there by myself. Um, I also have learned that I don't give a freaking fuck about
mhm.
um, my ex and what his opinion of me is, my kids, what their opinion is. I
Problematic
don't
that
I
one,
don't
yeah.
I don't care about other people's opinions anymore. I know what I've been working on. I know what I've put forth in my life. I
Yeah.
know that I've overcome larger obstacles than anybody in my life who wants to push their agenda on me.
Mhm.
And I have survived more than any of them can fathom,
I
and
love
I'm
that.
proud of myself.
I'm proud
And
of you.
I'm stronger for it, and I get
Mhm,
that. And I'm trying to live my life of no interference, like with
mhm.
anybody else. And that means other people have the right to choose what they want to choose. And if
Yeah,
my kids
sure.
like didn't want to spend Christmas with me, then they didn't want to spend Christmas with me. It was my own energy that I was putting out there, and I decided to pull it back.
Mm,
And I was hurt and heartbroken, but I'm not going to let it, um, you know, dictate how I'm feeling going into the next, what
yeah,
we call the next year. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
And I'm over it. And I know that I just have to get everything sorted in my life to
Mhm.
downsize, to clear out. I'm looking around and I see all these things that I have that I thought I loved. And
Yeah,
I realize they are just things,
they're
and
just things.
I don't need them.
Mhm.
And someone said to me, "Well, if you're selling all of your stuff, what are you going to do if you decide to come back?" I said, "Then I'll get new stuff and different
You
stuff
get
and
that.
less stuff."
'Cause here's the thing, it's just things. Like, it's so crazy when people put so much emphasis on
Yeah.
belongings and
Mhm.
expensive things, and they're just
Mhm.
things. You can get more. I
I
have to
don't care.
say, I have this year, I think for me with you, I've seen, like,
Mhm.
so much transition.
Mhm.
Um, but I think you're so incredible. Like, you're so
Thank you.
inspiring. You've just gone through
Thank you.
a lot this year, and the listeners don't know the conversations we have. And I'm just so excited for this next chapter in your life. I think it's going to be amazing.
Mm, I thank you. You know, like the other night when we were talking and I was
Yeah.
saying, damn, this pain is really intense and I just don't know how I'm feeling about it. And I took a step back from that and I looked at it and I was like, but is it any more than I've ever handled before? No.
Right.
Have I gotten through everything else? Yes. Will I get through this too? Yes. You know, I might have given birth to people.
Mhm.
And I did my very best to raise them. And it is now their lives to live.
Yeah.
And I will
Yeah.
always be here. I will always be their mom. If they ever need anything, I'll always be here. And but I cannot live my life for anyone else anymore.
Yeah.
I cannot. It is not somebody else's life for me to be living. It is my own.
Yeah.
And I have to make the choices for me. You know, I've been taking care of other people my
For a long
entire
time.
life.
Yeah. We talked
My
about that.
Even being a child when other people should be taking care of you, I was taking care of other people.
Mhm.
And there were, you know, I'm
Mhm.
ready. I'm just it is time to go into the Christine era.
I
Um,
love it. I
you
love
know,
it for you.
I'm
I'm
done with this
excited.
bullshit. Thank you. I'm ready to go. I am like
I'm very
literally
excited.
ready to
I
go.
know. You said the other night, like, if I could just pack it all up and like
I
dip out, I
just
would. I mean, but the good thing is this is going to be a new, like, everything is going to be new, like new people, new experiences, new food, new scenery, new everything is just going to be so new and so refreshing that I think is going to be really beautiful for you.
I can't wait. Well, I am trying to I am not trying. I am doing
Thank you.
as much as I can to ensure that the next 11 months is about building wealth and
Mhm.
prosperity in my life so that I can step into the space that I need to physically be in
Yeah,
to relax and let go
I love it.
and enjoy and experience. Those are my keywords. And I I'm ready to take care of me and I'm ready to I have this really strong sense of responsibility. So that's my problem.
Mhm. Mhm.
And I love my youngest daughter more than life itself. I
Yeah.
do. I love her so much and I don't think she gets how much she's loved. But uh I'm going to be here for her. Um see her through graduation, see her off to her life, her
Mhm.
college or wherever else she wants to go. It is her life. It
Yeah.
is not mine. And I'm going to give her the best skills that I've been trying to give her. And hopefully she has a grasp on what she wants to do because, and a lot of people, I can hear them. I can hear the collective out there saying, oh, but you'll always be a mom. No shit.
But
I
you
will
know what?
always be a mom, but I am not here to take care of an adult person other than myself anymore. And being in a relationship with somebody doesn't necessarily mean I have to take care of them
Yeah.
in quote
Yeah.
unquote, motions that I'm
Yeah.
doing.
Yeah.
We can I can be in a relationship with somebody and we can be there for each other and support each other and all these things, but that other person is a grown ass adult. They can take care of themselves
Yeah.
and we can come together, to enjoy life together. Other than that, I'm
Yeah.
not really fucking caring. I'm not
But
caring.
you know what's interesting that I thought about after I talked to you the other night? We
Mhm,
do the best that we can do as parents, as moms, right? Like,
mhm,
I
mhm,
mean, we would do whatever for our children. But I think there's something to be said as far as like a guilt that we may feel if
mhm,
they
mhm.
are not as nice to you, or if they say certain hurtful things, I think we internalize it as if, what did I do, or what have I done to cause my child
Right.
to feel this way? And I think for you, just, you know what, you're showing so much. Just, you're amazing in general, but
Thank you.
just letting things go and taking this leap to move to another country, and you're going to be further away from your children, which for me would give me such anxiety. But you're doing what you need to do. So 2025, I feel like, is going to be absolutely insane for you. I think it's going to be great.
I hope so. I hope that, it will.
Yeah.
I started to
You're
say
not gonna
something
help.
else, but
I
it
know.
will.
It will.
It will. It
I
will.
see that
It
you're
will come
shuffling your
together.
card. So are we doing a
Yes.
card reading?
Oh, we can. I've been doing a lot of, practicing with my cards. What was I going to tell you? I was just going to tell you something. So, do you have, what's your biggest thing that you have planned for 2025? Is it getting your ducks in a row? Is it
So much? I mean, honestly, like, my business is definitely priority. It's doing well, and I want it to be better. So it comes down to hiring additional people and just building in the way that I didn't think was going to be possible when I started. And now I'm like, oh my gosh, I need help. So I think that's a big thing. I think relationships and focusing on love is going to be a big thing. But I think also nurturing the relationship with myself is huge, first and foremost. I mean, that's just what's priority to me. So, and I don't know where I'll be. I mean, I may be leaving. My kids are grown men, and I don't know that I necessarily need to be here in this area, meaning in DC anymore. So,
do you own your house?
No.
Okay.
No. But I've lived here a million years. So that's the thing, that it's just like, I'm not tied to, I'm not tied to anything. So I don't know. I think my word for 2025 is thriving and expansion. That's like what I'm really working on. Yeah.
Thriving and expansion. That's exactly how I feel for 2025. 2025 is just getting my ducks in a row and, moving forward, in the direction to where I can be, where it makes me happy.
Yeah.
And, just for me, talking out loud. So for me, I found that when I want something, the more I verbalize it and the more I talk about it to people, that it solidifies it more and more and more. And it makes the desire for it stronger and stronger.
Yeah.
And so that's why when I make a decision, I just start talking.
It's done. Same.
Right. So, people ask me all the time, oh, what a blah, 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 blah. And I say, I'm leaving for Europe. I'm moving to Europe in 2025. November, I'm heading out and blah, blah, blah. And I have been getting a resounding, oh my God, that is so
you're speaking
exciting.
it out, though. You're speaking it out. I mean, you're saying you're talking as if it already is.
Right.
Listen, I am all the way excited for you. And I've already told you, I was like, oh, well, I may be coming with you, or I may be visiting. I mean, there's a lot to unpack going into the new year. But 2024 wasn't all bad. I think it's just, here's the thing that I was going to tell you that I thought about. And my age, and I think you could appreciate that, I feel that I have more years behind me than I have in front of me. So I have to live every single moment. Like, I mean,
I'm fucking closer to 60 than 50 now.
You gotta live. Gotta live, girl.
I'm gotta live.
Okay, what are the cards?
Oh, you're breaking up. I did not hear anything you said. What'd you say?
I said, what are the cards? I saw you shuffling.
Oh, yes. You want me to read your cards? I can do your cards for you for 2025. Like a let's see what's going to happen for Jaida in 20, what to keep in mind for 2025.
God.
I love it.
Yes, let's do it.
If Bill, if you're still around, I can pull a card for you if you want. Let me know. Is there something you want to focus on? Oh my God, I cannot shuffle my cards. I wonder if the people who typically come and listen actually either are traveling today, or they might be thinking we were having a recorded.
I know, because we're not getting a ton of comments, or we're just boring.
Tonight. Yeah. Let's see what Jaida has. Oh, okay.
Oh God.
Let's see. Oh, okay. All right.
Phil said he would love a card, so read Phil after me.
Okay. So it's showing, the first one is showing a balance. Like it's a yin and yang. You have to have a balance. So, you were talking about, working on your business and things like that. I see this as saying that you also need to come together with, what is this card saying? This is like, this is 10 of Pentacles, which for some reason I am not feeling what the heck it's saying. Okay. It's saying that with the right balance between work and pleasure, wealth will come your way, family, legacy, generational type. That's a little different. I can't interpret what that's saying. This one is saying abundance and something about teaching. Like either you're going to learn from a teacher, or a teacher's going to learn from you, or someone's going to learn from you. You're going to be the teacher. But it was upside down. Oh, it's saying be careful. There could be somebody to distrust. You've got another distrust card. Yeah, you've got another distrust card. This one here is, what is this one talking about? The devil. This one actually is towards you, and this is be careful that there is someone to distrust, that chaos. Someone wants to try to cause chaos in your life, but this one here is love. This is like arrows, like bow and arrows.
Yeah.
And it all could kind of stem from your work, because you are in the business of love.
Yeah.
It's just saying, because you were talking about saying that you were possibly looking to add somebody on.
Yeah.
Just be really careful who you add on.
Okay.
Really be diligent about finding out who these people are, and whether they're the right choice for your business. Because I have a really strong feeling about someone saying that they want to be a matchmaker, and they've always wanted to be a matchmaker, and then they try to take your clients from you. So just be careful. That's what I'm feeling. That's what's coming across for me. Misty said, listening while with family, so sneaking a listen. Can't chat tonight. Okay, well, at least people are listening. Let's pull a couple for Phil. I'm going to pull you 3, past, present, and future, Phil. Let's see. Okay. Oh shit, Phil.
Oh God. So Phil's got an oh shit and mine got a ooh.
Yeah, yours was a little. I'm gonna have to read yours again. Phil, it's a collaboration. This is collaboration in a sense of he's waiting for these ships to come in because he's going to collaborate with them. This is a collaboration, and it's a positive collaboration, a very good outcome of collaboration. This middle card is actually a death and a rebirth. This can represent the past. The past could be where it old ways are dying and a new birth of things are coming. And when you talked about you know when you talked about, Phil, that you are just trying to muster up the courage to ask someone out, let go of the past, know that the collaboration is going to lead towards, you ready, Phil? It's the marriage card.
Oh, Phil,
It's the
I
marriage
love
card,
that
Phil.
for Phil. I love it.
Yeah, so let go of the old, start collaborating, start being eager and looking forward to communicating and starting up something with someone, and then you have the happy marriage card. I know. Phil said, "Wow." Let's see. Mickey says, "Listening." Oh, here, listening to the
Pull a
show while
card.
in a business meeting. I excuse myself to say hi. Can you pull a card for me? I love you, Mickey. Mickey's in a business meeting. It's like, excuse me, I must go to the restroom. And then they go out. Mickey goes out and goes, hey, I'm listening. Pull me a card.
Pull a card for me. What are we pulling? Let's pull for 2024, like or 2025.
Yeah, let's pull something for Mickey. And Misty, we'll pull one for Misty too. Oh gosh, let's see. Mickey. Let's do this. Ooh, abundant. Okay, so your first card is fruitful abundance. She is like lush with growth and forward moving positivity. Your second card is a death and rebirth. It's literally death. It is, these people are died. It's either in coffins, and the angel has called them up. And it's a rebirth of celebration of moving forward into more abundant life. And let's see what your last card is. Oh, okay. This is an inheritance card. This means that abundance is coming your way. But if you notice, he's holding on to it real tight. So he's got his feet clamped onto the money. He's got his arms wrapped around this money. It means that this is like you're holding tight to it. And know that with abundance comes more abundance. That when you hold on to things, it doesn't allow things to become more abundant. That's like when you're manifesting and you got to spend the money to make the money. So every single time that I spend anything, I always say, that's okay because I'm rich. It's all right because I'm rich. So I have a mindset that it doesn't matter if money's going out, because as much money as I put out, tenfold comes back. And that's pretty much what this is saying. It's saying you're going to come into a very fruitful amount of things, but don't hold on to it too tight. Don't act like it's the only way it's coming. Let it go, and it will triple fold. It will double fold. It will 10 times fold. But I keep hearing okay.
Oh gosh.
Sorry. Sometimes the words come really fast in my head and I can't stop it. But Mickey, it wants me to tell you every time you spend money, say it's okay because I'm rich. It let that go. Don't hold on to it too tight, because more abundant shit is coming. You're about to have a rebirth. 2025 is going to be a rebirth for you.
I love that.
I do
I love
too.
that word too, rebirth. Love.
I love rebirth.
Mhm.
All right, let's see. I'm going to pull one from Misty. Hopefully, Misty's still listening. I'm going to pull some cards for you, Misty. Let's see what this says. Misty's with family right now. Let's do a general card for Misty.
Okay.
Oh, Misty. Oh, Misty. Okay. Okay. Well, hell, Misty. I just want to make sure I'm right. Oh my God. Okay. So, Misty, this is the Ace of Wands, and this is the universe with a wand handing it to you. They're passing the wand and saying that whatever idea that you have, thank you, Mickey. Mickey said y'all are awesome.
I love Mickey.
So this wand that the universe is passing to you basically is saying that it's it's a desire for leading down the path like a road of adventure, and it's I'm hearing the word brilliant. Okay, so you feel like you have the universe is saying yes, go on your adventure, whether it be personal, you're physically wanting to go somewhere, or you have an idea for business, but you're getting the 9 of Cups after that. And the 9 of Cups, this guy is really cool. So let me show you this picture. Okay, so this is the guy with the 9 of Cups, and basically the 9 of Cups is be careful what you wish for, because what you wish for is what you're going to get. Now, a lot of people think, well, if I'm wishing for it and I get it, that's amazing. Well, yeah, but be careful what you wish for. This is saying be careful. So don't just say, oh, I want a new job, and the universe is saying, yeah, go for it, because if you just want any old job, you might get a job you hate more than the one you have. Or if you're leaving one relationship, you might get into a relationship that you may not want. Or if you're going to travel, you see what I mean? So be very precise on what you want, because what happens is if you're wishing if you're not looking directly at it and saying, I want this specifically, then you're going to get something other than what you want. So be very precise. And the Page of Pentacles is the attentive student. You see this one? This means the attentive student. And what that means, let me look at the card real quick. It engages okay, the engagement needs to be your entire awareness. It's your purpose. It's organize your thoughts in a way that is for your greater good. It's saying that just focus on what you really, really want. And when you do, you're going to get it, because the universe is going to hand it to you. So there you go, Misty. Hopefully you heard that.
God, we have like 2 minutes left.
Time
goes so fast.
It really does. So I'm excited for the new year. Next week we are going to have somebody who's been on the show before. I cannot remember who.
And next week will be 2025. So I hope that you guys do all the things you need to do to have an amazing, amazing, amazing new year.
Yeah.
And leave 2024 behind. Learn from it, grow from it.
I don't think 2024 was the worst year of my life. I think it was pretty good.
Think
it got me
either. It was not that bad for me. I mean, it was
on a good road.
It taught me things, but each year, every year teaches me things. So
sometimes at the end of the year, I'm like, oh, thank fucking God this year is over. I'm ready for a new one. But we don't forget, we cannot forget that the path we are on is going to stay the path we're moving towards. Misty says, I need to focus for sure. I appreciate you both. Happy New Year. Happy New Year
Misty,
too.
Happy New Year.
Just remember, when you're on a road, if you don't get off that road that's like broken and potholed and
Yeah.
it's leading
Yeah.
nowhere. If you don't get off that road and start heading down a new road, nothing's going to change. The potholes are going to stay. The bad road
Yeah.
conditions are going to stay. So pull over, take a rest, reevaluate, see where you want to go, make good, solid choices on that, and go for it. I think 2025 can be
Yeah.
miraculous for all of us.
Happy New
So,
Year, everybody. Happy
New Year. We will see you guys in the new year, same time, same place next week. And till then, let's keep this shit real. Woo!
If you enjoyed this episode, please share with your friends, like and follow us on Instagram at 50shades_bullshit and Facebook at 50 Shades of Bullshit. Thanks so much for listening, and we really hope to see you again next week.